What's going on, people? This is DJ M-Traxxx under the influence 4. Today I want to feature this group, this duo, who've been around for a bit. I first caught on to them when I was working for DJ Pierre, doing the A&R work for Afro Acid Digital, and I used to get promos from everybody. I mean, everybody. And Gigolo Records, that's DJ Hal's label, used to always send me like the latest stuff, you know, vinyl, digital, everything, man. I mean, they spoiled the hell out of me. And I remember they sent me this album of the Snuff crew. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, who are these guys? They wear like a mask, like those Mexican wrestlers, those masks they wear, like that. You know what I mean? It's like I thought it was pretty cool. You know, I was like, okay, they're kind of like me. You know, I'm a very private person. I don't like, look at me, I'm wearing glasses. And actually, a good friend of mine told me, my partner, he told me that, you know, have more lighting. I'm like, I don't want to be in the light. I like being in the dark, man. I don't like the focus to be on me. I was always like that. I'll tell you a story about that later. That's a long story, but ever since I was a kid, I've always liked being in the dark. And my mother used to always freak out. You know, my mom was like a Catholic queen, man. And it's like, she'll walk in my bedroom and she'll open the shades up. She's like, let the light in, you know what I mean? But anyways, so yeah, so I learned about the Snuff crew through Gigolo Records when I was getting promos. And then when I heard that album, I think it had like 12 tracks. I can't remember the name of the album. I'm sorry, guys. I'll post it up, so don't worry. Every track on there was straight up, it sounded like something that came out of Chicago, like between 85 and 87. 85 and 88, that kind of Chicago house. And I'm like, I couldn't wrap my brains around it because I was like, these two, you know, young German kids are creating this music right here. And they were using all analog, man. No programs, none of that crap, man. Straight up, real, the way Chicago did it. And these guys are still doing it. You know, the Snuff crew, and then of course Snuffle, which is one of the Snuff crew, who also does a lot of live shows and DJs. So definitely, you know, Google them, Snuff crew, Snuffle. They're amazing. Anyways, they just sent me this EP. It's called Still Doing It, and it has 4 tracks in it. You can also find it on vinyl. They sent me the digital version of it. Anyways, the first track is called Still Doing It. I'm sorry. The first track is called Midnight Peepin'. And that's something I'm sure a lot of you guys be doing, right? Late at night when your wife's sleeping. Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. Anyways, I'm just joking. But yeah, the first track is called Midnight Peepin'. Once again, this is a Snuff crew. I want to make sure I get everything right. And the EP is called Still Doing It, and you could also get it on vinyl. So let me play the tracks, okay? Just a little snippet of each one. It's 4 tracks. Okay, here's the first one, Midnight Peepin'. And that right there is only the intro, man. Check it out.
I done heard so many bad things about so many of y'all till I swept with sadness last night. I done heard so many bad things about so many of y'all till I swept with sadness last night. I done heard so many bad things about so many of y'all till I swept with sadness last night. I done heard so many bad things about so many of y'all till I swept with sadness last night. I done heard so many bad things about so many of y'all till I swept with sadness last night. I done heard so many bad things about so many of y'all till I swept with sadness last night.
Straight up, man, banging, jacking, 140 BPMs, man. I usually play my tracks slower when I play these kind of songs, just so you can hear the kick, the frequencies, you know what I mean? They have more space. But I like what they did here when they did the reverse. That was very popular in
Midnight creeping and less midnight creeping. We need more midnight creeping and less midnight creeping.
Hear that, guys? All right, slamming joint right there, man. Like I said, hold on 1 second here. This is live, man. What can I say? The track is straight up slamming, as you heard it. The kick is like boom, boom, and have it just turned up just a little. Like I said, this song right here is 140 BPMs. I usually put these tracks at like a 130, you know what I mean, like 10 BPM slower, because I like to hear that kick frequency, especially in the club. You know, the kick sounds heavier when it's slowed down, and you can hear, you know, the fullness of the kick. But regardless, man, this joint is hot, man. So big ups to the Snuff crew. Okay, on the next track, I know I'm not gonna pronounce it right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just spell it out for you. It's AGN1. I'm sure it's probably in German. AGN1. This is the original version. So let's hear this. See where we go with this. This right here is straight up balls to the wall, acid house. Once again, very influenced Chicago and Detroit for sure. I can hear the beat track, you know what I mean? It's like very reminiscent to old Chicago, you know, just raw beats. Okay, that was AGN1. I don't even want to try to pronounce that, but you know what it is, man. Now I'm gonna play you. There's two more tracks, but they're actually remixes of the last two tracks I played. So this one right here, number 3, is Midnight Peeping once again, and it's remixed by TCCM. So these next two tracks are going to be the two tracks I just played, but remixed by TCCM. Okay? Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So here we go. This is side B right here. Right? That was Midnight Peeping, and that was TCCM's remix. And brother took it to another level. Brother or sister, I'm not sure if it was a guy or girl who did that, but it doesn't matter, man. They know house, okay? And the reason why I think, well, I know I like the harder stuff it's because, well, look, for example, man, Ministry. I mean, before I was into house music, I was into industrial. And the hard stuff is what got me really, the harder stuff. The stuff that was just really, that most DJs won't play. I mean, that's why I like Farley Jackmaster Funk so much, because he will play that kind of stuff that the other guys won't play on the Hot Mix 5 or the Superman 6 or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like Farley always took it everywhere. And what I love about Farley as well, our backgrounds almost the same, because I grew up in South Lorraine, Ohio, which is a suburb of Cleveland, and it's the funk capital of the world. You know what I mean? And I grew up, listening to like Roger Troutman and Zapp, Rick James, the Dad's Band. A bunch of those groups were like from my hometown or towns near my hometown. You know what I mean? So we got fed some good music, man. And big ups to Dean Rufus on 108 on the Club Style Show. That was an amazing mix show in Cleveland. And every weekend we would, if Cochise was playing, everybody would be like, okay, we ain't going out this weekend. We're going to stay home and record Cochise from Kent State University. He was an amazing DJ. And then another one was, I forget his name. Anyways, it'll come back to me. Okay, you know what? Let's go to the next version. I'll think. Okay, once again, this right here is AGN1, and this is TCCM's remix. Here we go. Check it out. Check it out. Oh yeah, Eddie Benson. Eddie Benson was a guy. So let's start all over real quick. Okay, this is AGN1, the TCCM remix. Let's go. Slamming, man. Absolutely. Now this is some hard jacking music right here. Straightforward, four on the floor. You could even slam dance to this kind of stuff, man. So yeah, once again, that was Snuff Crew on their EP. Still doing an EP on Next Door Records. You can find that online. Just Google Snuff Crew. Still doing it, and you can get it on vinyl as well. Once again, the Snuff Crew's been around for a minute. They've done mixes for me on my old radio show back in the days, No Rules Radio. I'm gonna go ahead and try to dig it up, and it's live from somewhere. I can't remember where, but I'll post it up so you guys check it out. These guys, they ain't no joke, man. I mean, I have mad respect for them, especially for the new generation, you know, who's carrying that torch. You know, these guys are carrying that torch high, man. I mean, these guys, I forget it. Real quickly, man, back on Ministry. So I saw Ministry recently. He came to town, and prior to that, he was in. Last time I saw him prior to that was in '86. So imagine, I haven't seen him since '86 during his Twitch tour, which is like this album here. And then I just saw him a few months ago. You know what I'm saying? Like in 2022. That's a lot of years, man. That's a lifetime that went by. But I've always followed him. You know what I mean? Al Jorgensen is, to me, is like a absolute genius, man, when it comes to music. A lot of people don't know, man. He's involved. Actually, if you guys get a chance, get this box set on M-Traxxx. A lot of people don't know that he's the man behind The Revolting Cocks, Pale Head, PTP, 1000 Homo DJs, Acid Horse, and also Front 242. That's all Brother Al, man. Or we should say Uncle Al. I mean, I got mad respect for him, man. I mean, that guy come a long way. He came here to America on a refugee raft boat. Is what I heard. I'm not sure if it's true, but he moved to Florida, and from there, he made his way up to Chicago, and that's where industrial started too, man. Basically, you know what I mean? This kind of industrial that I like. I mean, but of course, there's a couple of UK industrial bands that were out too. You know what I mean? Beforehand or whatever. But the Midwest, I don't know, something about Chicago, like I said in previous videos. Chicago has something, man. I can't put my finger on it, man. It's like you can't, you know, it's like who's ever from Chicago, man, only they can create this certain sound. You know, whether it's house or industrial. You know what I mean? For those of you who remember that one club, Medusa's, I'm over here stuttering, Medusa's, that club I loved, man. I mean, and their DJ, I remember one night, Lil Lewis was there, but on the booth, DJing was Scrappy. And he was like playing straight up, you know, industrial hardcore. And he'll mix it into some like future. You know what I mean? It was just like chaotic, man. And the crowd, I mean, you had, you know, the gothic crowd, you had the jackers, you had the straights, you had the gays, you had the Latinos, you had the Asians. It was all mixed, man. And everyone was just going there and just leaving all their worries on the dance floor, man. Just totally, from slam dancing to straight jacking. You know what I mean? I mean, that club, I mean, I was old enough to go to the other clubs like the Warehouse and you know, Power Plant, Music Box, but I was more of a Medusa's head, and also Shelter with Ralph Rosario and Crowbar. Those came a little bit later though. But anyway, that's another show, man. Once again, big ups to the Snuff crew. Once again, the EP is still doing it on Next Door Records. Get your copy. And until the next time, do your best and let God Almighty do the rest. We out. Peace.